What's cooking, adventurers? It's been a rough patch. After my last video, I needed a breather, so apologies for the radio silence yesterday. Life's been, well, let's just say more chaotic than a boss raid with randoms, but starting next week, we are back on track. Monday live streams are back, baby, and we will try to add a second day because, judging by the comments on the energy spending video, some of you are still majorly confused. By the way, if you need the written version, check the pinned comment below of that video for a step-by-step guide. Now, before I guide you through my gearing mistakes, a confession. Yes, I held off on spending resources to avoid noob errors, and still managed to screw up. So today I'm bringing you my ultimate gear guide from level 1 all the way to max level until you've got your full set of class gear. We'll skip the hex chest stuff for now, let's not torture ourselves with that endgame grind. Worth to mention that beside my general knowledge, most of those things are from you guys, from the comments below, sharing your opinion and your perspective on the matter, so ready to smash this guide like a noob misclicking the route? Let's dive in! For those of you who've been following the first 3 episodes, you already know we are deep into my progression guide, covering day 2 through day 5 and the 2 parts of my leveling plan, from grinding out RNG gadgets up to 2000 fragments, then pushing on to 5000 nullification. You've seen it all. Now, in this third part, I'm wrapping up the entire gearing process. Oh, and by the way, you probably noticed I switched up the thumbnail. This isn't just a plan anymore, it's upgraded to a full-on guide. There's really nothing left after you've locked down your class gear. As for stuff like hex chest sets, those need their own dedicated deep dive, we'll save that for when it's time to craft the first piece. Because at the rate this grind goes, that's a saga by itself. So, with all that out of the way, let's dive in and finish what we started. Let's start with the basics. Your first few days from day 1 up to around day 5, depending on how quickly you progress, maxing your experience no sweat, here's the golden rule. Don't bother enhancing anything until you hit level 55 gear, specifically void gear. Seriously, just equip whatever drops, no pressure, no wasted resources, you'll clear all early stages easily and the free +7 weapon the game hands you is more than enough muscle for now. At level 45 you'll unlock Void Realm. Run it once, you will get enough materials to craft your 3 accessories, do it. Next at level 50 take on Ravine 1 time, that will give you the materials to craft all your armor pieces, plus upgrade 1 accessory while you are at it. Don't waste time running Ravine again, just grab any leftover materials you need from the trade shop to finish your void set and get yourself sorted with level 55 gear. Still, no enhancements yet, save those resources for the real upgrades later. With all those pieces equipped, you will hit exactly 2000 nullification, enough to unlock the next dungeon, Valley. You will be spending a lot more time there, but let's talk goals first. When you're at it, keep running Purgatory. You can score legendary items there and each legendary adds to your nullification. Grab 4 legendary pieces and you will hit the 3000 nullification milestone, your ticket to the next level of content. Here's my advice, hold on to your materials for now, don't rush to upgrade any gear from purple to gold just yet. Wait until you get at least 2 random legendary drops from Purgatory, or combine whatever drops you have with your materials until you've got 4 gold pieces in total. As soon as you hit 4, you will be able to enter Void Nest. No matter what class those pieces are for, remember, since you still haven't enhanced anything, just equip whatever you have. The stats will get you in, and you can optimize your setup later. Focus on clearing requirements, min-max the upgrades after. Next, your main goal is reaching 4500 nullification, so you can enter the hex chest raid, but here's the catch. While Void Nest with 3000 nullification and random gear is doable, hex chest requires more. Just applying the same gear strategy isn't quite enough for hex chest, especially if you want to actually complete it, not just squeak in. The plan remains similar. Keep your engravings, wait for legendary drops from Purgatory to fill your gear slots with gold pieces. As you get closer to 4500 nullification, it's time to start upgrading some void pieces. Just enough to push your nullification over the requirement. You'll need combat power not just to enter hex chess, even solo mode, to clear it, but far more efficiently in Void Nest. One more quick tip: if you luck out and get a legendary gear that actually fits your class, equip it as soon as possible. No sense in holding back, as those pieces provide unique skill bonuses. Now for some side goals you should work on at the same time as your main goals. By this point you probably haven't spent any gold, enhancement materials or vouchers, maybe just a few circuits, if anything. Let's run through how to manage all these resources smartly from here on out. Let's talk about the biggest resource in the game, gold. Where should you actually spend it early on? You could farm Prismediums for gacha pools, but since this is a gear focused guide, let's keep it on target. My top advice: spend your first gold, doesn't matter if it's 16 million or less, on the prayer system to unlock your weapon of choice. That's your priority. Right now, it's too early to say definitively whether the elemental or critical weapon is better for endgame. The elemental weapon supposedly gives a flat 28% damage boost, while the critical weapon offers more attack speed and ups your critical damage by 15%. There's still some speculation about which one is best, so don't stress too much about your pick, cause I have some good news: you will be able to get both weapons eventually, plus you can upgrade them further in future updates, so just choose whichever fits your style right now. And a pro tip: if you see weapon stones in the trading shop, grab them. They are much cheaper, but since everyone wants them, they sell out fast. Even in that case, I would still advise, if they are not available in the trading house, buy them from the Void store. Bottom line, for now, only spend your gold on the weapon in the prayer system. No need to throw gold at anything else there yet. Once you've grabbed your weapon, your next target in the prayer system should be an accessory, talisman or shield. The good news: for this, you don't need to spend gold. Each piece requires 1000 fragments to craft, making them the second biggest investment after your weapon, so pick wisely. How do you get the stones you'll need now? Simple: you will start picking up a ton of extra legendary items. After about 10 days, your main gear will be pretty optimized and you will find yourself dismantling a lot of spare gear. Don't bother transferring weapons to your alt characters, it's not worth it. Just dissolve everything extra, funnel all those materials back to your main, and use the stones from dismantling to keep rolling in the prayer system for any missing pieces. If you're wondering what to prioritize, I would hardly advise to go for accessories first, cause once you upgrade them to level 60, they unlock an extra set bonus, and trust me, that bonus is a huge power spike. Now that we've covered where to spend your early gold, let's talk about the next major step: enhancement. The true black hole for your resources. When should you start enhancing your gear? That's a big question. Learn from my mistakes so you don't nuke your progress. First, use enhancement vouchers, plus 12 and above, wisely. Always keep at least one plus 13 voucher if you have in reserve for your future gold weapon. Here's why. When you boost a gold item with these scrolls, you can transfer its enhancement to another item of the same rarity and level, no loss at all. But if you try to move upgrades from a lower tier like purple to epic to gold, you will lose levels. My rule: only enhance or use high level vouchers on gear you know you will upgrade all the way. Void pieces intended to reach epic status, or gold pieces that are filling your slot for the moment. If you slap plus 12 or plus 13 on some random gold placeholder, it's not the end of the world. As soon as you get the real set piece, you can transfer the enhancement over and toss the old one. A pro tip for the lazy people: you get a free plus 12 scroll from this event over here, save it for your weapon. Tryhards can push for the event scrolls plus 13 or plus 14, but whatever you do, do not waste them on purple weapons. If a weapon can't be upgraded to gold, you lose any investment on it. I learned this the hard way. If you're out of vouchers or gambled upgrades on the wrong gear, don't set it. Once you are done spending gold in the prayer system and get your weapon, it's time to invest your gold in enhancing gear. Here's my method. Step 1. Get every piece to plus 11 using vouchers or gold. Step 2. Push pieces to plus 12 and don't bother with catalysts yet. Go full YOLO. Step 3. For plus 12 to plus 13, only attempt upgrades if you have a safe catalyst, the one that stops gear from downgrading if you fail. Yeah, it's expensive, but this is the fastest, safest way to power up without blowing resources or rage quitting. Catalysts are key for safe upgrades. You'll get a bunch just by clearing new NPC battles, they drop as first time rewards. Afterwards you can pick up more each week from the like shop and the fleet shop. For your main character, grab these catalysts as early as possible and trust me, they are game changers. Now if you're a hardcore grinder, running 5 characters, you'll rack up a mountain of gold. Some is bound, some is unbound. So keep a stash handy. Just know you'll never have enough catalysts for unlimited safe upgrades, but if you are grinding like I suggest, you'll have plenty of gold to play with. To maximize resources, use as many enhancement vouchers as possible. You can hunt for them in ping boxes, sometimes they'll drop random coupons plus 12 or even plus 13 vouchers. And if you got a random voucher, use it on a plus 12 gear for a shot at hitting plus 13 instead. If you're feeling lucky, hit the gacha mount shop, you might snag a plus 13 or even a plus 14 voucher. And if you're thinking, come on, I'm not a whale, I don't spend money into the game, where do I get the tickets from? Well, you can sell unbound gold in the consignment section for Mediums. Then use those to grab more gacha tickets for a shot at rare pets, outfits and you guessed it, more vouchers. If you want a step-by-step gold to gacha breakdown, you can check my boy Fervor Anime's video. He covers all the tricks for turning gold into gacha pools. So spend your unbound gold smartly, more outfits, more titles equals to more power. And use the bound gold for steady enhancements. Always keep an eye out for catalysts and keep rolling for those game-changing vouchers. Let's talk about the final push, enhancements from plus 13 to plus 15. Honestly, this is where things get brutal. You'll need a mountain of gold and catalysts to get there, and each time you fail, your gear drops back to 12, so you have to re-enhance it to plus 13 before trying again. It's an endless cycle, vicious cycle actually, enjoy. Here's my order of priority for enhancement though. Weapon first, always, the biggest DPS boost comes from your weapon. Next, helmet, gloves, and boots. These gear pieces add shred, armor reduction and a bit of defense, so it's a win-win. Then, talisman and seal. For that sweet shred as well, it's huge for DPS. They add more nullification as well, but by now you probably have enough. After that, accessories. 3 slots here and they'll give you extra attributes. Last, chest and punch. These won't boost your damage much, but they crank up your HP. Don't forget, gold catalysts are your friends at this point, but you'll run through resources faster than I ran through a night with Megan. Go all in only when you're stacked with golden catalysts, and don't get discouraged if you end up cursing the RNG gods. Magitriums. You'll rack up a bunch every day, and the big question is, what to upgrade first? Here's your game plan. First, upgrade your weapon to level 60, that's always the top priority. After the weapon, you want to save around 1500 for your accessories. Why? Upgrading 2 accessories at least unlock an extra set bonus you don't want to miss. Don't do the same mistake as me when it comes to gold engravings from Void Nest. I rushed to craft a talisman just because I was missing a gold one. I did that and it set me back 3 weeks collecting materials to finally finish my accessories. Don't be me, be smart. Weapons first, then enough resources on hand for those 3 key accessories, even if you're still working on getting them through the prayer system. Let's talk fragments. You'll grab fragments all over the game. Don't rush to spend them, here's why. Only craft missing pieces when you're absolutely sure you have enough fragments to complete your entire gear set. Example, if you need 3 armor pieces and 1 accessory, as me for example, and I haven't farmed enough fragments to craft all of those together, you wait. If you craft, say, a helmet early and suddenly I drop a helmet from a boss, congrats, I just wasted 2 weeks, maybe even more, worth of fragments. It's brutal, I know. This bank and craft approach lets you avoid disaster. Gold void pieces act as filler. Eventually you will replace them with your main gear tailor-made for your class. So, don't obsess over slapping crafting on every slot immediately. And here's my cautionary tale. I rushed to enhance a purple talisman to plus 12, thinking I would save time. Now, to transfer that enhancement to a gold talisman, which I did, I have to turn the purple one gold first, meaning extra material grind and more waiting. If you make this mistake, you'll burn through Void Nest mats, gold and catalysts, and if actually I transferred this item, it sets me all the way back to plus 11, which I did. So now, imagine how many materials I have to spend, cause it's RNG based to reach this item piece back to plus 12, and seriously that's a lot of pain, and not the cool mysterious kind. So stockpile fragments, don't craft primitively, plan your upgrades, and triple check before enhancing or transferring, unless you enjoy torturing yourself more than necessary. Alright, for the grand finale, your ultimate target is 5000 nullification and somewhere between 35 and 40k combat power. If you are free to play, hit 35,000, that'll actually let you pull your own weight in the elite hex chess raid, not just ride on someone else's coattails. Plus, that's where the best loot drops, so it's worth the grind. Here's the real talk though. This game isn't out to ruin your life. Messed up your enhancements, crafted the wrong gear, don't worry, it doesn't lock you out of content. Sure, you might crawl a little slower toward perfection, but you can still play, still compete, and still clear everything the game throws at you, so chill out. Even if you see your past mistakes and feel that familiar cringe, everyone make missteps, including yours truly, and I turned out mostly fine. This guide is for everyone who want to skip some pain and steamroll to high-end gear faster. The game's only a few weeks old, so don't sweat if you're not flawless. Make progress, enjoy the grind, and just avoid the rookie errors I made for your own sanity. That's it for today. If you survived this device without turning to stone or uninstalling, you're officially a legend. Until next time, don't get hexed by regrets. See ya!